It's Madden NFL 24, and we're running it back with the two teams.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions and only 12 games played. But we can't overlook the good. 23 touchdowns and an 8-4 record as a starter as he led the Cowboys to consecutive postseasons for the first time since 2007.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Kill.
A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down. From the 33, here's a second down and 6.
Second and 6.
Here we go 46, 46. Here we go 47. Here we go 46, 47. Hey, 47. 46.
Here's Prescott. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Go, get out there, get out there. 26.
Pollard will take it up the gut. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 8. Gallup goes in motion. Slot man moves right. Here's Pollard again. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 44. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 44. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a second and 8. A run with Mostert up the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's third down.
Here is third down and 4. From midfield, here's Tua. Forced out to his left. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game than they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Here's Jake Bailey now. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Count. Here we go, go to 54, go to 50. Here we go, 47. Here we go, count. Hey, count. 26.
Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 20. Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 46.
To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the right sideline. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
Flushed out right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive. And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Lawrence is somebody who remains a fearsome rusher off the edge, even if the sack totals aren't as high as they used to be. But 17 forced fumbles over the last 6 seasons proves he's still getting the job done.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Still second down.
4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. Tua sets up to pass it. And that's to the former Cowboy. It's Cedric Wilson. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Looking to pass. Tua. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Cooks motions to the left.
Kill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses. Catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Going to run again here with Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now Prescott going to change the play. In motion comes the tight end left. Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. There's Cooks in motion right. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
2nd and 21 at the 39-yard line.
Cooks will come in motion right. Prescott now. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here go 47. Here go kill. Kill. 26.
Prescott. He's going to get that to his run back out of the backfield. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I can't help it. Every time I see an empty backfield, I almost revert to college football because that's an immediate alert for a quarterback draw. We don't see it as much in the NFL, and he stayed in the pocket and threw one incomplete. But I think if you got a guy with wheels.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
At the 33-yard line.
They hand it off to Mostert. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight. Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea. Yeah. And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work. Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Here we go, 54, wide in. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Under. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Before that last pass, 2 interceptions had already been thrown. And this last one tipped in the air, which means everyone on defense is almost fighting each other in order to get to the football to try and make it a third. Once you've thrown a couple, it's almost like a swarm of bees going after the ball. And in this case, they weren't able to get there before it fell to the ground.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
21G. 21G. 21G.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. C.D. Lamb, 36 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this 35-0 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On play action, here's Tua. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
Dallas added a huge body to their line, and Smith, a great athlete and potential destroyer from the interior, who really get after him there. In a division like the NFC East, you have to have players like this to plug the middle of your defensive front.
Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
All right, fellas, listen up.
This is Mostert, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Tua on 4th down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 46 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill! Hey, kill!
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Here we go, 47.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, that was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And this returnable for Hill. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That is caught. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
At the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Tua going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call.
Offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Tua. Open man is Waddle, complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Play action, now it's Tua. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. On play action, Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Go ahead.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 21 here.
Here's Tua. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Tua. He's got to complete to Waddle.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Here we go 47. Here we go 46.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
This is unbelievable.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, 47. We're going to 53. 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. That one down the field for Ferguson. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Go, get out there.
Prescott escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Somehow I feel he's going to hear the same thing when he gets to the sidelines after this series. So close to the first down marker. Just tuck it and run for the first down. No sense trying to throw it downfield. And that one falls incomplete.
47.
Here's Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Down and goal.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
Injuries overshadowed a great season from Tua last season. He led a Miami passing game that was one of the best in the league, and even more importantly, took them to the postseason for the first time in 6 years. That jump they were looking for from him, it absolutely occurred.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some room to roam now. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well.
They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. 41 yards for Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
Prescott off play action. Now he'll escape to his... And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop. 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Mostert fighting through, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands and see how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
Cowboys nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Hey, kill. We're going to 54. Wide. We're going 46. 46.
Now Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Cowboys. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Prescott on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Going to 53.
Play action now, Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Wide. Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott now. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. Here we go, going to 54. Wide. Here we go, 46. 46.
Now Prescott on fourth down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 58 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Cowboys 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back and forth first quarter of play. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Automatic first down.
Ready. Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That's going to be caught by Waddle. Room here to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
All right, come on.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Hey, 47. Then we're going to 53. Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch there for Hill, and he's got a first down.
You think about the great receivers in the game, what do they have in common? The ability to create separation in their routes. Whether it's a head fake, a sharp cut, selling a different route, the subtle bump, it's a tough skill to teach. And this is well done here to get open and pick up the first down.
Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. Switch, just hey.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. He's got a touchdown pass in this first half, but he's also been intercepted twice, so he'll be looking to be a bit more careful with the ball here as they start on first down. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been and probably should have been a 3rd interception of this first half. He's got to figure out something because you cannot give the ball away like he's done and have any chance to win this game.
Under. Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. Now he's free to midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
47.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
47.
First down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Go, get out there. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Buying time to his left. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
47-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. Here we go, going to 54. Why is 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Flushed out right. He finds his man, Pollard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Cowboys.
47. Hey, 47.
Prescott to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much. and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Hey, kill. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Here we go, 47. Here we go, kill. Hey, kill. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, 46. Under.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here we go, 46. 47. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Time on three, kick.
Now Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
I got you, baby.
This is 2nd and 8.
Come on, 2. What?
Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Tua now on 1st down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Zed Wilson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have opened the lead up to 30. A familiar refrain. A turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A quick throw, but incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
2nd and 10.
Hey, 47.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. To the air again, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
32 stinger.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. Taken down at the 30.
The ball carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
20 TX.
In motion, Hill. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Let's go. Hey, 21 TX.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Hey, cover one.
In motion, Hill.
Out.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
A carry there for Mostert as he's able to work his way forward for a pretty good pickup on 1st down. Officially a gain of 5.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Solo left Zion.
In motion, Hill.
Watson Oscar.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Number 1, high. 21G. Solo left Zion. Out.
2 are going to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
Tua wants to throw it on second down to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
There certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now Dak, he's going to mix it up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now they'll shift things around. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Here we go, 47.
And that's caught out wide by Cooks. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Play action now, Prescott. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still not big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
Turbo 3, turbo 3.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Here's Tua. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
In motion, Hill. Play action, now it's Tua. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
They hand it off to Mostert to about the 48-yard line.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
2nd and 6.
Come on, 2.
That one looks like he'll throw here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And Prescott, he's going to change things up here. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
39-yard line.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run with Pollard. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Solo left Zion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Oh, an ill-advised throw back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan. They all
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we're...
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
Well, right away, they'll change the look. Here's the Pro Bowler, Christian McCaffrey.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And McCaffrey going to pick up a Niners first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ayuk goes in motion. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut off field.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
They go play action here, Purdy. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. There he goes, right side. He's to the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. 49 yards for Christian McCaffrey. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Yeah, they would have been happy with the first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there, and he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Yeah, he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 12-yard line.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Looking to pass. Tua. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. In motion, Hill. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Open man is Waddle, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tua on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there. And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And a completion to Wilson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after after the run for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Play action. Now Purdy. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now. 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st down, it's Purdy. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. George Kittle, a 13-yard touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Moody good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down now, but that clock rolling.
First down, Dolphins.
Tua going to throw. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind how it throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Tagovailoa. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 41 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. It's a run with Mostert. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point.
14. Dolphins 11. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. "30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Forced out to his left. That's caught downfield by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Purdy to throw it on first down. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This is caught at the 20. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And the Dolphins are going to recover. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So finally, a first down run. The offensive line has got to feel a whole lot better about themselves because I think they were starting to wonder, were we ever going to solve this defense and be able to do what we like to do, which is run the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Third down and 10. Here's Tua. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken from just outside the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else.
At the 37-yard line.
Second and 15. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
This now a 3rd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy.
Flush to his right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
49ers 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 24-yard line.
Here's Purdy.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Samuel going to go in motion right. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's the type of impact play you expect from McCaffrey, the comeback player of the year runner-up in 2022. Despite a midseason trade, put up almost 1,900 all-purpose yards and also made his second Pro Bowl.
On first down, Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
He'll buy some time right. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. That's caught. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Big strides, look at him go.
And he's got room. Hill shedding the tackle as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
On first and 10, it's Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
To the 49-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Tua sets up to pass it. Being chased out left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash, but he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Dolphins first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
And the Dolphin first down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll try it now with Mostert. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing here, Purdy rolling to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around. Inside his own 5 at the 4. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Tua. Little short pass here to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's Tua. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Tua. Buying time to his left. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 21-yard line.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Officially, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. Connecting with Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
One final try for Tagovailoa. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.